The lesson outcome for this video is I can solve systems of equations by elimination. Okay, so elimination, first we'll want to remind ourselves the word eliminate means to completely remove or get rid of something. So it's called the elimination method because what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate either x or y. We're going to get rid of one of the variables so that we can solve for the other variable. And then, of course, we'll have to go back and get the other one because our solution is going to have both. But you'll see what happens in this first example. So we have 2x plus y equals 12 and 3x minus y equals 8. So here's what you're going to want to look for. You see right here that we have a positive y and we have a negative y. That's a good situation because what we're actually going to do in the elimination method is we are going to add our two equations. We're going to add them. Kind of like if we were doing something to both sides of the equation, we would combine like terms in different ways. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to add these two equations. And when we do that, we want to add our like terms. So notice these terms are both x terms, these terms are both y terms, and these two are both constants. So this is set up nicely for us, and we'll be able to just add. So the first first column here is 2x plus 3x. We're adding them. 2x plus 3x is 5x. Now watch what happens here. What's positive y plus negative y? Well, that's 0. So those are eliminated, which is why this is called the elimination method. And now we have equals, and 12 plus 8 is 20. Now what we do to solve this is we just divide both sides by 5 to get x alone, and x equals 4. So that's a pretty quick method of getting our first variable. Now, we still need to find our other variable, which is the next thing I'm going to do here. So the deal is you can take either of our original equations, either one of them, it doesn't matter, and plug 4 in for x and then solve for y. So I'm going to go ahead and take this first one up here and write 2x plus y equals 12. Again, I'm going to take this 4 and I'm going to put it up here for x. Substitute that in for x. When I do that, I get 2 times 4 plus y equals 12. To solve this, I'm going to first do 2 times 4, which is 8. So we have 8 plus y equals 12. And now we're going to subtract 8 from both sides of the equal sign. Those cancel as well, and we have y equals 12 minus 8, which is 4. Alright, so in this case, our x value is 4 and our y value is 4. Of course, it doesn't always turn out to be the same value for x and y. And that is how you solve using elimination. Okay, so let's try another example. 5x plus 6y equals 4 and 7x plus 6y equals 8. Now once again, what you're going to want to look for is you're going to want to look for a matching coefficient. Okay, the 6's right here match. And that's going to mean that if we add our equations or subtract, let's talk about that for a second, we're going to be able to eliminate our y variable in this case because their coefficients match, 6 and 6. But notice I put that plus sign on there and then I erased it because are we going to be adding, I'll put that in there again for a second, are we going to be adding the equations to eliminate y? Think about that for a second. We would add these and get 12x. We would add these, and what do we get? Well, we get 12y. Well, we don't want 12y. We want to eliminate y. So really, what we need to do now is we need to subtract the equations. If we subtract the equations, we're going to eliminate y. So watch what happens here. So 5x minus 7x, so be careful with that. 5x minus 7x is negative 2x. And then we have 6y, that's positive, minus 6y. What's 6y minus 6y? Well, that is eliminated. And then we've got 4, be careful here, minus 8. Okay, a lot of times people will write 12 here. It's not 12, it's 4 minus 8. And 4 minus 8 is negative 4. And our equal sign's still there. So now we're going to go ahead and divide both sides by negative 2. And we're going to get x equals 2. Again, this is a negative here. So x equals 2. So we know our solution is going to have a 2 in for x, and now we need to find the y value. Again, it doesn't matter which equation you choose, just pick one. 5x plus 6y equals 4. We're going to go ahead and put this 2 in for x right here. So when we rewrite this, we get 5 times 2 plus 6y equals 4. All right, to simplify and solve this, we're going to first do 5 times 2, which is 10, and 10 plus 6y equals 4. We're going to subtract the 10. We're trying to solve for y. We need to get the 10 out of there. Subtract 10 from both sides. We're going to have 6y equals negative 6. 4 minus 10 is negative 6. And now we're going to divide both sides by 6. And we get 1y equals negative 6 divided by 6, which is negative 1. So our negative 1 goes right here, and we have solved our system. Okay, let's take a look at this one. 3x plus 4y equals 8, and negative 3x plus 5y equals 10. So this one's just set up slightly different because in the first two examples, our y's matched right here. Well, our 4 and our 5 don't match. We can't eliminate y by adding, because we would get 9x, or by subtracting, because we would get negative 1y. So what we're going to actually get rid of here is we're going to get rid of our x variable. We're going to eliminate x. Are we going to add, or are we going to subtract these two equations? Let's think about it. Let's say we're going to add for a second. Is that going to eliminate x? Well, what's 3x plus negative 3x? Well, that is eliminated. So adding these two equations will do what we need. So then we're going to keep adding. We've got 4y plus 5y, which is 9y, equals 8 plus 10, which is 18. And we're going to go ahead and solve this by dividing both sides by 9. 9 over 9 is 1, so 1y equals 2. So, where does that 2 go in our point? It goes right here because it's our y value. And now we need to find our x value. Again, it does not matter which equation you choose from the beginning of the problem. I'll go ahead and choose the first one again. 3x plus 4y equals 8. We are going to, sorry about that. We are going to take this 2 and we're going to put it in for y this time because it is what our y value is. So 3x plus 4 times the y value, and the y value is 2, equals 8. All right, so we have 3x plus 4 times 2 is 8 equals 8. To solve this for x, we're going to subtract 8 from both sides. These are going to cancel. We have 3x equals 8 minus 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. Yes, sometimes people get a little freaked out right here when we're like, wait, that goes away. What are we going to do? Well, what the answer is down here is 0. 8 minus 8 is 0, and 0 is a number that we can work with. So now we're going to divide both sides by 3. And 3 divided by 3 is 1, so we have 1x equals 0 divided by 3. And if I have nothing, and I divide it up by 3 people, I give each nothing, right? So x equals 0. That goes there. Okay, why don't you pause the video, try this one on your own, and check back to see how you did. Okay, so I hope you decided that you needed to add your two equations. And adding our two equations will eliminate y, because we got a negative y plus a positive y, which will eliminate. So, here we go. 3x plus x is 4x. Okay, 3x plus x is 4x. Negative y plus positive y will cancel out. And then we have equals negative 12 plus 4. So that's going to give us negative 8. To solve, we're going to divide both sides by 4. And we get x equals, because 4 divided by 4 is 1, so 1x equals negative 2. Remember, we still need to find our y value. So it doesn't matter which equation you take. Usually I have used on this video the top one, but in fact this has a couple negatives in there and some extra work, so I'm actually going to go ahead and choose the second one, which will be a little bit easier for this one. Had you used the other equation, you should get the same y value as I do. I'm going to go ahead and take this -2, put it in for x right here. So -2 plus y equals 4. I'm going to add that 2 to both sides, and I'm going to get y equals 6.